Like, it wasn't about Diddy. It was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
Well, Prince Harry was hanging with Diddy.
Starting off with that clip, Joe Rogan and his guest explain how Diddy and Epstein did the same. They both hung out with almost everyone that was famous and had power. Diddy and Epstein did the same by both of them doing sex trafficking, underage people, and also just disgusting things. This whole video is proof that Diddy and Epstein did the same.
What happened?
Oh, yeah? You don't know that guy?
Shot himself in the chest. Joe, that seems really hard to do.
With a shotgun.
How do you do such a thing?
While you're hanging. This is a guy that brought Epstein to the White House at least 7 times.
What's his name?
We'll find out. So they found him at a ranch 30 minutes from his house, hanging by an electrical cord from a tree with a shotgun wound to the chest. Shotgun discovered near the body of former Clinton aide Mark Middleton, and then they called it a suicide.
Wow.
12-gauge shotgun was 30 feet from the body of Mark Middleton. Was he found dead?
Okay, so who orchestrates this? Is this the same thing where does Clinton go, hey, this guy needs to go, or do the powers that be around a powerful person go, we already know what needs to happen?
Well, I think they know if a dude is in contact with someone or has been talking or is about to talk.
Meaning cooperating with the feds or something.
I don't think any of those guys have clean phones. I don't think any of those guys don't have their houses bugged. I don't think any of those guys aren't tracked.
Look how excited that guy is in the back.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
If you're
is
a guy
that
that brought Jeffrey Epstein to the fucking White House to see Bill Clinton 7 times, and all this Epstein shit is going down, and Ghislaine's in jail, and you have information, there's people on both sides, right? There's the people on the right that are trying to nail the people that are on the left with this. There's people that are journalists that are trying to nail the people that were involved in this.
This is it, yeah.
And they've managed to keep that fucking list from coming out, which shows you how powerful certain people are. That should show you a lot. That should be terrifying.
Joe Rogan and his guest claims Diddy and Epstein did the same. In this part of the video, Joe Rogan and his guest wonder if people who know too much information are bugged or just followed in this case. Diddy and Epstein did do the same by having so much witnesses around and not one person speaking up. Diddy and Epstein did the same by having so much powerful political figures around and powerful Hollywood figures.
The fact that Ghislaine Maxwell's in prison, she's in prison for sex trafficking, yet no one's been accused of buying any of that pussy. No one's been accused of having sex with these underage girls that she is in jail for supplying.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
If you own a store and there's no items left yet, nobody's purchased anything, something's going on.
Something's going on.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like,
people can go away.
I mean, that's what people were saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people are saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the fucking Hummers and shit, they're like, it wasn't about Diddy. It was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
Well, Prince Harry was hanging with Diddy.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the story is like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are fucking like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are fucking. And it's like.
And
Diddy and Epstein also did the same because they both just couldn't keep it to themselves. They both had so many people there for orgies and other crazy stuff. Diddy and Epstein did the same because they both messed with underage people and abused and manipulated women in the whole scandal.
pros. Like, apparently he was getting male gigolos to fuck girls.
Fuck girls.
Yeah, that was one of the rumors, like the
Male
freak off. So he would
gigolos.
hire the professional dicks to have sex with the girls, and I think he would watch allegedly. That's what was alleged, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and that's the other thing. Like, I wonder, like, is that just a power thing?
It's a Caligula thing.
What does that mean?
Caligula, like the emperor. Did you ever see that movie, Caligula?
No.
It's about just Roman empires being completely out of control. Caligula was like almost like porn, and it was a movie made, I want to say in the 70s. It's a crazy movie. But it's just detailing extreme excess where you can never fill the hole.
But what is the hole you need to fill? Like I'm trying to find like what's the
Just
catalyst?
chaos. What year was this? 79. Yeah. That's Malcolm McDowell, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude from Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah.
It's a crazy movie, man.
But
And it's still mild in comparison to what Absolute have. Absolute power corrupts. Caligula.
Okay, so then there's the question. It's like, can you take a completely normal person, give them power, and then they become that? Or does it take a power-hungry person that has this void that needs to be filled, and then when they are given that power, you see the worst version of them?
Ask your CIA boy. I bet he's got the answers. I bet he knows the exact formula.
To corrupting somebody
Yeah.
or to...
What happens? Like what happens is
In this clip, Joe Rogan and his guest question about Diddy and Epstein doing the same and questioning if they were made into a monster or born a monster. Joe Rogan theory is that Diddy and Epstein did the same because Diddy was made into a monster by everyone around him, his mentors and people above him, to get into the Hollywood position he's now in. Now is actually a good time to watch my other video. I go fully into the idea of Diddy's mentors and people around him, making him into the monster he is now today.
people. Like, oh, he went right in there. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I remember I got to LA a day early and I was trying to like work out some like local stuff because sometimes it's fun to just, you know, you're in a city you
Right.
like, and I was at the store and I was bombing my ass off with local shit. Every local joke I tried to do just fucking bombed, and I was like, what the fuck am I going to talk about the forum? Like everything I try, and I thought that they were like aware that like the city was, you know, in a different state than it used to be. And I'm trying to write all these jokes about like what's happened to the city, and people in LA don't really feel the city's changed that much. That's like an outside perspective. So I'm saying it and they're kind of laughing, but they're like, or they're aware and they don't want to admit it.
Right.
And I remember I was just in the green room. I'm just like, fuck, maybe the joke is about Diddy. That's the only thing everybody's talking about. That's all it's on our minds.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
And then, bro, this is how funny 50 is. I'll share this.
Can you?
Yeah. I'll tell you the full thing after, but
Okay.
I got FaceTime from 50 and he's like, yo, next time he goes, yo, next time I come see you, bro, I'm gonna come out on stage with a Maltese cat. I'm like, bro, you the craziest motherfucker. Imagine him walking out on a show, petting a fucking cat.
So what do you think was going on?
With who? Meek and Diddy? I don't think Meek's gay. I don't think anything's happened with them. I think that was just like a funny rumor that happened. I
Right.
even said
It's
that when I
fun.
first did the Meek joke. I was like, I don't think he's gay. He just handled the accusations poorly.
Yes.
Like he just handled
Yeah,
them
he said,
horribly.
I love pussy. Which
Who
is
does
like-
that? That's the gayest thing.
Yeah, it seems gay.
But I don't think
Yeah.
he's gay. But yeah.
But that's just an unsophisticated approach to PR.
like his
Yeah.
PR team's probably like, hey, maybe don't
You've
say
got to
that.
do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, he's probably not consulting with anybody.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. Nobody
what I would
consults
say.
with you when something happens. You just post whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have like a team
Yeah.
telling me don't say that before the podcast. That would be a problem.
Yeah, it would be. It would
Yeah.
be.
I would have never gotten anywhere.
Yes. Yeah. We need you to not have a
Yeah.
team, actually.
Diddy and Epstein also did the same because in both scenarios, they were both accused of being homosexual. Joe Rogan and his guest are touching on the idea of Meek Mill being involved in the Diddy case, and maybe he wasn't his PR team, just didn't do the job. Diddy and Epstein both did the same. Nonetheless, they both had disgusting allegations and hundreds of accusers, hanging with powerful Hollywood figures and political figures. Stay tuned like always. This is Media to Your Door. Goodbye.